What up? Hey, boo. Look at that. I got no umbrellas on today. You guys see that? It's a umbrella free zone today. Not really. I just haven't. Hey, boo. Alan Summers. That's my boo shit. Um, just so everybody knows, Alan Summers. That's my boo shit. I told him, I was like, if we got married, I'd be Unicorn Summers. Um, I think I'm fucking hilarious. If y'all don't, I really don't care. I think I am. You got a day off? Hell yeah. Uh, we're up here in Minnesota, don't you know? You see how short mom cut my hair? Look at that shit. That shit's so short. So short. Oh, I feel naked. I mean, it's healthy. Look, it's pretty and it's healthy, but it's short as fuck. So, yeah. I'm trying to get my poop in a group. I gotta go to the store. Gotta go to the stove. Uh, oh, hanging out with the kids. The wife needed a break. Yeah. Um, holiday weekend, man. I'm up here in Minnesota. Eh? It was Kendall's 13th birthday, so I came up here. I took her out for ramen, homemade ramen for her birthday. And then we went to go see the new Lilo and Stitch, um, the non-cartoon version. Um, and then I was going to leave today and head somewhere new, not West Texas, to do something new, not the oil field. But the powers that be have created a kerfuffle, and I might be delayed today. The movie was cute. I mean, it's the same plot essentially. It's a little different. I will say, how the fuck did they make this little puppety fucking critter, Lilo critter thingy so fucking cute? Because when it looks all sad and its ears go down, you're like, oh, and you feel so bad for it. But it is what it is. How am I? I'm doing well. Greetings from Iceland. Wow, it sounds cold. I know it's summer, but it still sounds cold. Um, your daughter wants to see it. It's cute. ¿Cómo estás? That's about as much Spanish as I know. So, yeah. The Lilo and Stitch movie was cute. It's around 40 degrees. Brr, that's fucking cold, man. Yeah. North Carolina. That's where Boo is. And my mama. Anyways, yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend. We were going to head somewhere else. Oh no, that's very warm for you. Brr, brr, brr. The 40 is about as cold as I can handle without having to idle the truck, and that's at night when I'm sleeping. During the day, if I'm driving, I definitely have the heat on when it's 40. No, I have not watched a Minecraft movie. I don't even know what the fuck Minecraft is. I know it's some silly kid game or something, but that's about all I know. I don't really go to the movies, and the only reason I even went to the movie is because Kendall wanted to go for her birthday. So when a young girl is turning 13 years old and she wants to go see a movie, even though you don't like movies and you don't like people and all of that garbledy-gook, you do it, you know? Um, so that's why we went. Basically a game. Mine and build stuff over the road. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm in my semi truck. So, yeah. So we went to the movies. Do you know that the movie theaters have reclining seats nowadays? I do remember Minesweeper because I'm old. So the movie theaters have reclining seats nowadays. And they have heaters on them. So even if you sit in the very front, you don't have to watch the movie like this because you can just recline your seat. That's my kitty right there. Meow pants. See? And Chrome. There's Chrome. And there's Meow Pants. She's giving herself a bath. You want to be a trucker when you grow up. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's not for everybody. So. Oh, what'd you see, Bubby? There's nobody outside. I'm literally parked at the gym that I work out at. We went in, we got a shower last night. And there's been a little bit of a snafu kerfuffle. So no, I do not have AC. I had AC for like 2 days, you guys. I had AC for 2 whole days. It's pretty awesome. I need to schedule a bunch of videos to post. I got a bunch of videos to put up. I just haven't, I've been hanging out with a 13-year-old girl for her birthday, being nice and doing the going places and doing things she wanted to do. And I polished my truck. Yeah, polished my truck. So, it's been a busy few days. My fingernails are still a little dirty from it, but we showered and I still got yick. Oh my God, my cuticles are atrocious. Damn it. My shoulders are sore, my arms are sore, my back is sore, my pecs are sore, my core, my obliques, like, holy shit. That's a workout. So yeah. What is a cuticle? This part back here is your, like, around the edge of your fingernail. That's your cuticle. Yeah, they are all beat up and yeah. I do have a buffing kit that I forgot I had. So I hand polished, wax on, wax off, my tanks and all my wheels, and I literally halfway through was like, God damn, I wish I had a buffing kit, like an electric buffer where you put the little pad on there, and you can just buff on the polish and buff it off, right? It's super fast because it was just a hand polish, so I didn't have to like cut and color cut the tanks. They weren't that bad, and I literally finished and was getting in there to get the little cone buffer ball so I could do the holes in the rims. And I was like, son of a bitch, I bought a buffer kit. When the fuck did I buy this thing? So I literally could have used my buffer kit on my truck and made it, a day instead of 2 days. And saved my fucking cuticles and my fingertips and all of that shit. Isn't it amazing when you buy something and then you put it away to use it later and then you forget that you bought it? And yeah. That's what happens when you get old. That's the true sign of being an old person. Like my eyes. I don't even have cumbrellas on today, you guys. I'm cumbrella free. What's going on with chat? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. What words are you talking about? If you don't like the words that I use, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem, you know. Uh, I say fuck a lot if that's offensive to you. There's plenty of other subscribers that you could go watch, plenty of other platforms you could go watch other people on. I mean, it's totally fine. I'm just here to be me, and if you don't like me, that's okay too. This is boring. Yes, I am boring, and I'm glad you think so, because that means that you're not going to bother me anymore. So, there's that too. So, yeah, we are trying to figure out what it is that we're going to do, because we have to go, it isn't offensive. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm literally here for the people who regularly come to my YouTube live on the weekends, and interact with me, and we more or less just catch up on what the fuck's going on in my life, because as a truck driver, sometimes it's this and sometimes it's that, and sometimes I'm here and sometimes I'm there, and there's always a kerfuffle of shit that fucking goes down. So, yeah, it's just a catch up on the kerfuffle that is trucking. Hey, don't curse. Why the fuck not? No, I'm not in Canada. I'm in Minnesota, don't you know? It's close enough, eh? I'm up here in Minnesota for the moment. Oh my god, I'm so glad I wasn't in the gym working out. I can't stand that guy. Oh, that's because my Speedy Gonzalez moderator is not on my live today. Actually, I haven't talked to him in a few days. I need to get a hold of him. Sundays are always, it depends on what you do. Like, when I was in the oil field, you got your last hold on your fifth wheel? Do you know how bad that sounds, boo? Stop doing what, and what you're gonna get annoyed. Is it me? Is it me? Please tell me it's me, because I can do it some more. Oh, you want me to stop saying cuss words? You want me to fucking stop fucking cussing? Is that the fucking problem? Is that what the fuck's going on here? I come on YouTube live to be solely entertained by the people in the comments, just so you know. And if that means that I get to fucking annoy the fuck out of somebody because they fucking don't like the way I fucking talk, fucking right, man. Literally, you guys are here for my entertainment. It's not the other way around, although you guys may not see it that way. I do. It is what it is. But I'm solely here for the people who regularly pop in and actually have engaging conversation. And we just talk about what the fuck I'm doing in my day-to-day life. He wants attention, I'm giving it to him. Yeah, yes and no. Not really. But we are going to be, we were going to leave today. We were going to head south today. Not back to West Texas. And we were going to leave, but things happened. You know, the powers that be in the universe make the decisions per se. You know, when things happen and then it doesn't work out the way that you want it to work out, then I just call it the powers that be. Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? All I know is Boo is in the middle of putting the angle irons on his truck. I have been working on polishing and detailing my truck. So there's that. Yes, I'm in Minnesota. I'm in my semi truck. And we are currently parked. And we came up here for my stepdaughter's birthday, her 13th birthday. And we are getting ready to head back south. But not Texas. So I've been in the oil field since January out in West Texas. And I think that we might be doing something different. We're definitely not going back to West Texas to the oil field. You know, it's been a really long time since I was a 13-year-old girl. And I couldn't even imagine what it's like for a 13-year-old girl in society today. Although to them, it's not as bad as perceived by old people like me, because again, it's all they've known. Kind of like when we were kids, our parents were like, "Oh, the world is so rough, it's so hard," and we thought that they were crazy, you know, because to us that's all we knew, and it was fine. That's just what it is, you know. But kids are mean. Like, I forget how mean kids are. She tells me all the time, like, some of the things that happen to her friends or some things that just happen at school. And it's like, that's crazy. So I made sure, because as a truck driver, we don't typically get to come home for things like birthdays and holidays and that kind of stuff. We can't always make it home, but being that it was the 13th birthday, it's kind of a big deal. So I made sure to be here for, you know, for her big 13th birthday. Yes, they do not know how to spell or use the English language properly. If you're talking about the people in text. A lot of people come on to other people's lives in hopes that there's maybe no moderator or the moderators aren't very good, because they want to project. And in their projection, they think that they're making an appropriate assessment or judgment about somebody. But in reality, anybody who has even a little bit of intellect understands that their projection doesn't actually define the person that they're projecting on. It only defines themselves as somebody who is easily triggered, somebody who is easily bothered, or sadly, somebody who is extremely miserable, because miserable people spread misery. That's all I'm going to say on that for now. Is this a Volvo? I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a Volvo hood, bud. Yeah, 100%. Again, projection. There are a lot of opinionated, undereducated people. No, I mean you're right. My favorite line to that is, I'm sorry, I can no longer, in good character, continue to go to intellectual battle against an unarmed person such as yourself. That's my favorite line to them, because they don't truly understand what it means, which then in turn makes them feel the need to even more exploit their lack of education. No, it's not a Kenworth, it's Peterbilt. You want to see my doggy? Look my doggy! Are you a CP boy? Are you a TP boy? It is a 2003 379 Peterbilt. You never win in an argument against an idiot. No, but you know what you can do. You have a T200, nice. What you can do when you're in an argument against an undereducated person is you can literally spin that conversation to turn into absolute entertainment for yourself. People are fucked up. Ooh, I cursed. Coffee. Yes, I drink coffee out of a red Solo cup because my red Solo cup perfectly fits into, oh shit, perfectly fits into my itty bitty coffee maker. So that's why we use a red Solo cup. And they're disposable too. I don't even have to clean it. I have to run to Walmart today. We gotta get some groceries. We gotta buy water. Well, water's a necessity when you have a dog and a cat. Not just for myself, but for my pets. We gotta get some groceries. We gotta get some water. We gotta decide. It's actually not that bad, to be honest with you. I cook in the truck. I have an air fryer. I do have weights in my truck, yes, but also I happen to be parked, right here at the gym. So, I keep 2 25-pound weights, a 35-pound kettlebell, some 10-pound weights, and some 5-pound weights in my truck. So, anyways, as I was saying, I cook in my truck. I have an air fryer. No pants. And, in my air fryer, the easiest way I've found to be able to use my air fryer is line it with foil. That way all I gotta do is throw away the foil and I don't actually have to try to clean the air fryer. And then as far as my dishes to clean them, Clorox wipes are fantastic. So it's really, what? What's the cat and dog relationship like? He was a puppy when I got him, and I had her in the truck before that. And he was really shy and really timid as a puppy. He wasn't really like boisterous and playful for probably like the first week and a half that I had him, you know, as he acclimated to his new environment. So that gave her time to kind of acclimate to him. She doesn't really like other animals. She's not like a very social She's not social with other animals. She's social with other people. She absolutely loves men. Chrome looks exhausted. He is. I don't know why he's so tired today. Um, but so he kind of learned to just leave her alone. There are moments where, like, I'll take him out and we'll get back in, and she'll be in front of the driver's seat by the door. And when he jumps in, like, he chases her away from the door, just like at the house. If she is near the door when he comes in, he runs up to her and, like, puts his mouth on the back of her neck. He doesn't actually bite her, but he puts his mouth on her neck to kind of, like, encourage her to get away from the door because he knows she's not allowed outside. So he does his herding healer duties with the cat. She, for the most part, doesn't get angry with him, if that makes sense. I have actually caught them before cuddling together. Not very often, but it does happen sometimes. They are my sweet, sweet babies. They make my work easier, I guess you could say. If it's getting late at night and I'm driving, she'll come and get in my lap and she'll start, like, tapping me. She'll, like, tap me on the face or on the chest, or she'll, like, try to comb my hair with her claws in an attempt to tell me, like, hey mom, it's time to stop, we've been driving for too long. So she's kind of sort of she's a better regulation of my time than an ELD would be. Thank God I don't have to run one of those. And my dog, he's the reminder to get out of the truck, so that I don't drive for too long, if that makes sense. So, like, every couple hours we stop, I let him out, we walk around. So they're really good for me in the truck in that way, because sometimes you're just trying to get from point A to point B and you just want to go and you just want to get there and then you want to stop, but that's not always the best or healthiest way to do it. So, yeah. What are you talking about, Rule 34? If you're talking about in regards to an ELD, I don't run an ELD, I run paper logs. So, am I OTR? I mean, I guess in a sense I am. I was working out in West Texas in the oil field. So, in that aspect, if I lived in Texas, I would be considered local. But because I don't live in Texas, does that make me OTR? I mean, I don't really know. I don't travel all over the place. So, yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm trying to decide what we're going to do. Trying to decide, meaning what day I'm going to leave. I was going to leave today to head to the new area that I'm going to be working in down south. And there's been a bit of a kerfuffle. So, where am I going? I'm not going back to West Texas. I've actually not really said anything about what I'm doing. I'm headed to the southeast. We're gonna go haul something different. We're going to do something different in a different area. Um, so, yeah. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Everybody who's going to barbecues and having parties and enjoy yourselves here in Australia. Mm. Hey Ida, how are you? Well, you know, we can only be as safe as we can be. We're only capable of controlling our own situations. So, yes, it's just me and the dog and the cat. Rates are really low this week. I actually am going into a situation where I pretty much have guaranteed minimums. So that's always nice. It's um I would rather set my financial expectations on a minimum. You can't barbecue to save your life. I can't barbecue either. I think barbecuing's a man job, not a woman job, but that's, you know, maybe that's what do you call that, like sexism or something? I don't know. In my world, boys should barbecue and women should cook. Whatever. Um so um yeah. I don't even remember what I was talking about. You guys got me all over the place. That's how we grew up. It is how we grew up. Like, boys do the trash, boys do the lawn, boys do the repairs in the house, the girls cook and they clean and they do laundry and they raise kids. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in today. So, you know, uh, many people are going to be like, she's sexist. Yeah. I don't really care. You can think what you want to think about me. I don't give a fuck. This is true. It doesn't. Every relationship is different. Every relationship is different. I've met relationships where, um, you know, the woman does the garbage and the working on the cars and the repairs and the man's perfectly happy cooking and cleaning and doing that stuff. And I get it. I get it. Um, I do as many of the repairs on my truck as I can myself. Because sometimes that's just how you have to do it, and I'm okay with that. Honestly, I would be okay doing repairs with my man on my truck, or he could work on his truck and I could work on mine. Like, you see what I'm saying? um but when it comes to, like, if I lived at home, as we say, um you know, all the time, like I was before I went back in the truck. I cooked and I cleaned and I did the housewife duties. But I also had a job. And I realized that I'm happier in the truck. I'm happier, crazily enough, in the world of trucking with all of its inconsistencies. Um, Thank you, Henry. Um, Ironically enough, I thrive in the low-level chaos um, that is trucking. So the traffic, the backups at the fuel islands, the breakdowns, the wait times, the anything and everything that can happen when you're trucking, I actually do really well in that constant low-level chaos. Um, so that's where I'm at. 7 cabins and 22 acres on your own? What? 49. Hey, I'm 46. Yeah, 5 young children. I had 3 grown ass sons, and they're all out doing their own thing. Um, Actually, I became a truck driver when I was 40, so it's only been 6 years. Um, and all my kids were pretty much grown at that point, you know what I mean? You do it for Covenant? Nice. Aren't they out of like Iowa or something like that? Or they have a, oh no, that's Heartland. So when I don't, this is, and I don't mean this in any sort of negative or degrading kind of way, but like all of you who, God, it sounds so weird when I say live at home. I don't mean live at home with your parents. I mean, like you have your house and you have your job, right? Um, you get up at the same time every day and you do the same thing, and then you go to work at the same time and you do the same job for the same amount of time, and you go home at the same time, and you typically will make dinner or whatever, and you have the same routine every day, day in and day out, and day in and day out, constantly exactly the same. But if you need to go to the hospital, well, I don't get sick. And if I have to use the bathroom, there's these buildings, and they have bathrooms inside of them. But anyways, I digress. I don't function well in the mundane monotony of everyday life. Just doing the same thing every day over and over and over and over and over again. Everything you do is for the land, and the land is unpredictable. Yes, that level of unpredictability, I do well with. I mean, it could be the fact that, you know, I haven't had air conditioning in my truck for 4 years, and I'm constantly trying to figure out how to fix my AC without being down for a week to fix my AC. So I do a little bit and it works for a little while, and I do a little bit and it works for a little while. And you know, when I was home for 10 months not driving my truck, I honestly was like, man, I miss truck stop showers. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I did. So all of the shit that is trucking, no AC, got to take it in for, you know, an oil change, or doing a grease job in the parking lot, you know, all of that I thrive on. I do well with. The, like, it's, I don't know, just, it's always going to be something. Learning to laugh about it, learning to find the humor in it, is the only way that you're going to survive and not hate it. So, what the fuck did I do the other day? I don't even remember. It was something. And I was like, well, that's just fucking trucking. You know, it is what it is. It's consistently inconsistent, and I find humor in that. And I'm gonna tell y'all are like, oh, I want to ride in a truck for a day. No, you don't. You think you do, but no, you don't. It's boring as shit for a passenger. Boring as shit. Like, my youngest son was out on the road with me for 6 months, and we were doing flatbed. We were hauling steel and hay and shit like that, and he enjoyed it the most, obviously, when we were loading or unloading. So tarping, strapping, chaining, the 5, 6, 7, 800 miles in between. Yeah. Not, mm-mm. Not his, he would get bored. I mean, it was convenient for me because he would get hungry and I would be driving and he would make food. So, you know, like chicken nuggets would appear or a sandwich would appear like while I'm driving. But other than that, like sitting in the seat and just sitting and staring at the road and not having to think about shifting gears or changing lanes or following your route, like all of that for a driver is not boring, but for a passenger it is because you're not engaging, if that makes any sense. It's like if I have to drive a long distance in a car, I would rather be the driver than the passenger. Hello from Belgium. How old am I? I'm an old lady. I'm 46 years old. That's a matter of perspective. You know, it's not what it used to be. Trucking is definitely not what it used to be, but your perspective, you know, 40 isn't old. I mean, again, according to Kendall, she's 13. I mean, she thinks I was around before the dinosaurs, you know, but that's always just our joke. Years old. It's age is a matter of perspective. At 13, 40 is old. At 20, 40 is still kind of old. At 30, 40 is not really old. And at 40, you're like, I feel like I'm 20. You know. So that's my take on it. You're 35, that's old as fuck. Again, it's I don't know. Well, you're right. So the whole new thing that they're doing in trucking potentially could make it better, but ultimately, if you ask an old timer, they're going to tell you trucking sucks now. There's e-logs, there's so many more regulations, so on and so forth. It's all dependent upon when you come in, what you've experienced, what your expectations were, which having expectations always means you're setting yourself up for letdown. I came into it 6 years ago. E-logs, etc., etc., etc. But I knew I didn't want all those regulations to not make it safer for everybody, which just tells me you're not a truck driver and you don't actually understand the industry. But okay, go ahead and listen to whatever the media tells you, because again, it's easier to do that than it is to do your own research. But we're not talking about that. So I came into trucking with e-logs. I knew that e-logs were not for me. I knew that I know when I'm tired and I know when I'm not tired. And a computer has no idea how well I slept the night before. I drive in silence. So when I went to buy a truck, I knew that I was not going to buy a truck that required me to have an E-Log. So I bought a truck with a pre-E-Log motor in it, so I don't have to run an E-Log. I can run paper logs because, again, I know when I'm tired. I know when I'm not. So you can set up your trucking life, your trucking situation. Anything with a 2000 or newer motor is required by law to run an electronic logging device. I have a pre-electronic device motor, therefore I don't have to run an electronic device. Do your research, study it up before you make uneducated statements. So, needless to say, I knew I didn't want to run an E-Log. I knew that that wasn't for me. So I set myself up in the kind of truck I wanted to drive, running the way I wanted to run. It's just like, oh, that's funny. Aw, you're so uneducated. I can no longer go to intellectual battle against an unarmed person such as yourself, Maddie. Have a nice day. Anyways, I own my own truck. I'm not a company fucking driver. There's where you are blatantly showing your lack of intellect. On that note, how about you just fuck right the fuck off? That's where I'm at with you. Anyways, I have a 2003 truck. I have a 1999 motor in my truck. I don't have to run an E-Log. I don't like to drive all night long. So I set myself up so that I can drive during the times of the day that I am functioning the best. I have the clearest mind. I do the best. I'm not going to drive when I'm tired. I'm not going to drive all night long because that's not what I prefer to do. I don't do well on the overnights, so I don't drive on them. I make a perfectly good living driving my truck the way I want to drive it, hauling the type of freight that I want to haul in the areas that I want to haul in. Period. It's my fucking truck. I do what the fuck I want to do in my truck. Now, if you don't possess the ability to have a good business mind and run your own truck, then go be a company driver and be told what to do by everybody else. That's all there is to that. If you cannot run a business and you can't manage your finances because you can't wrangle in your spending, then you're not going to be a good owner operator, and you're going to be at the mercy of somebody else telling you what to do and how to do it. And for some people, that's easy. They'd rather do that. They would rather not pay for the oil changes and not pay for the repairs and not, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because they don't have the self-regulation for it. Exactly, right there. You don't want to maintain a truck. Perfect. You are comfortable saying, I don't want to do the maintenance on a truck, so I'm going to be a company driver. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But for somebody who's a company driver to come and try to tell an owner operator like, oh, la, 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 bitch, you don't know shit. Plain and simple. That's really where I'm at with that. It's like, yes, I own my own truck. I'm my own boss. If I want to take a month off, I'm fucking taking a month. I took 10 months off. Why? Because I can. As a company driver, you can't do that. So we ultimately in life, we set ourselves up for the type of life that we want to live. Whether you're a truck driver, or you're an office person, you're a CEO, I don't give a fuck what it is. You set your life up the way you want it. You live in the house you want to live in. You live in the state you want to live in, preferably. You know what I mean? You date or you marry the person that you want to marry. And you live the life that is best for you. So if you are a CEO and you like going to the lake and you like, you know, boats and jet skis and you like the big fancy house with the big deck, and then you're going to send your life in that direction. And you are going to buy the toys that make you happy. It's no different with a job. That's all there is to it. If you are working a job that you hate and doing something you don't like, you have nobody to blame but yourself, because you have control and you have power. Everything in your life is a stepping stone to something better. You might for now be in a job that you don't like, but that's because you're gaining experience moving in a direction that you want to go. So being a business owner is not for everybody. I fucking hate the paperwork. So you know what I do? I pay people to do paperwork for me, because I don't want to do it. I set my life up to be convenient for myself. You know, there's that. Most people just seem to think that they just have to deal with whatever life throws them. No, you have control to make decisions in your life. But if you are just going to constantly go in whatever direction life sends you, then there it is. That's why your life is shitty. It's like a boat or a ship at sea. Yes, I always think this way. It's like a boat or a ship at sea with no captain. It's just gonna go whatever direction the waves send it. Your life is the same way. You're not a victim of circumstance. You're a victim of your own thinking. Hope you have an amazing day. Thank you. Thank you. I hope everybody has a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I mean, if you're in the United States. I know you're not. Memorial Day is not even a thing for you. The things that cannot be controlled, like the situation I'm in right now. I'm supposed to be meeting a friend in Knoxville tomorrow to pick up some equipment. And on their end, things that were supposed to be available to him before then are not. There's a reason for it. I don't know what the reason is, but whatever it is, getting mad about it, getting pissed off about it doesn't do me any good. It's just the powers that be. You want to call it God, call it God. You want to call it source, call it energy, call it universe, whatever the fuck you want to call it whatever. It's one of those things. And you just have to realize that there are reasons, signs, signals, whatever you want to call it, that happen. And you're not supposed to know why. You're just supposed to understand how to work through it. Oh, it's Mother's Day today in Sweden? Oh, well, Mother's Day was the beginning of the month here. Happy Mother's Day, Ida. Look at this sweet, sweet baby. Look at him. Oh, him's a sweet, sweet baby. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah. Nice tattoos. Oh, well, thank you. Earlier, everybody in here was talking shit, and you know, it's the ebb and a flow. So, anyways, we are going with the flow of life. While I have control over when I leave and when I arrive where I need to be, why would I sit and wait in the area that I'm supposed to be in when I can wait where I am now and then be where I need to be when I'm supposed to be there? See what I'm saying? I'm in control. I am going to go to the store today, though. We got to get groceries. We got to get water. Yeah. That's my day. And then we will figure out, instead of meeting Monday, we will figure out what day and what time we will meet down south to pick up the equipment that I need. But we are currently sitting at the gym. Do I have any scary stories? What do you mean by scary stories? As far as like crazy, weird, unsafe things that have happened to me out on the road, of course, there's an endless barrage of stories that I could tell you about that. But, you know, what's the point of reliving it? I mean, it's all about being aware of your surroundings and being conscientious of the situations that you put yourself in. It's an old truck. My grandfather used to drive truck for Weber's Bread. So that's for my grandfather. It's one of my favorites, actually. Do I drive long haul? I used to, but I found a better opportunity in a state that I don't live in to go down there and haul some shorter stuff and make really good money. So I go down there and I stay and I work for as long as I want, and then I get a load and go home for a couple of days, week, whatever, and then load back out. And yeah, so I don't even know what to call it. I mean, if I lived in that state, it would be local work essentially, but I don't live in that state, so it's not local. Where am I talking from? Pretty sure the words are coming out of my mouth. If you mean what state am I in, I'm in Minnesota right now. My grandfather drove truck. My grandfather retired in 1984, right before the introduction of the 53-foot trailer. Truck driving was never even on my radar. I don't actually even recall my grandfather being a truck driver. All of my serious memories of him were more or less after he had retired. So while he was a truck driver, I don't recall it. What's in my cup? Coffee. But when he was alive, we did sit around and we would have conversations about trucking. I did bring the truck to, I brought the truck, backed it in his driveway one day, and he was all excited. And it was a really cool opportunity and chance to spend time with him. Nope, I didn't learn how to drive from my grandfather. My grandfather was driving truck before there was ever a CDL. So, he, I don't know. He didn't teach me anything about driving, but we did share stories and stuff like that. Oh, you saw the video when Grandpa saw my truck? Yeah. That's a wonderful memory. I miss him so much. I mean, he's been gone 2 years now, and I miss him so much. But there's so many things that it's like just information and like different types of freight. And I just would love to like share some of the stuff that I do with him still. It just, you know. Um, I know that my grandfather would be proud of me. It just sucks that, you know, I can't sit down and have those conversations with him anymore. I miss him. Yes, 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 Boo, you and Grandpa had beer together, I remember. Memories do live on forever. And you know, there were a lot of times that I would go visit him and I would stay for like a week and I would do like a TikTok live or something. Um, and everybody was like, "You're not making money if your wheels aren't rolling." And my absolute reply to them was always, "You cannot buy memories." You know, like I would rather take time and make memories than be chasing the almighty dollar. Um, so he's most likely looking over you, yes. What kind of it's all about trucking. I'm just a truck driver. It's my life. Me, my pets, whatever it is that I happen to be loading. Um, so many people in life have the mentality that they're going to make the money, and if I make this much money, then I can do this, and if I make this much money, then I can do this, and if I make this, and if I do this, and if I work real, and it's like they miss out on so many opportunities in life, so many opportunities to make memories and to spend time with family and people that you care about. It's like at the end of the day, nobody's laying on their deathbed going, "I wish I would have worked harder." They're usually laying on their deathbed and say, "I wish I'd have spent more time with family. I wish I'd have spent more time with my kids. I wish, you know." Yeah, it's never, "I wish I'd have spent more time at work," or "I wish I'd have made more money." It's always the amount of time that they passed up or gave up in chasing something else. So, I would rather be broke and happy than rich and miserable, because money does not buy memories, money does not buy time, and money does not buy happiness. It can make you suffer in misery a little more comfortably, but that's about it. What are you doing, Bubby? What are you doing, handsome? Come here. No? Okay. It's a train, buddy. There's a train. That's all it is. That's all it is, bud. It's just a train. He's on high alert. I mean, money makes the world go round, and it is pretty much a necessity in order to obtain certain things, you know, like food. But it is not the pathway to happiness. Money is not the pathway to happiness. And if you are trying to fill the void in your life with materialistic things, like the big house and the nice car and the nice clothes and yada, yada, yada. He's looking for cattle on the car tree, right? If you're trying to fill a void in your life with stuff, cars, motorcycles, snowmobiles, four-wheelers, boats, jet skis, houses, etc., you will never fill that void. There is not enough money on this planet to fill the void that resides within you. So I'm not a materialistic person. I have my truck. I own my truck. I don't have a payment on my truck. Thank God. I spend probably close to 300 days a year in my truck. And I'm not unhappy. I make money to pay the bills that I have, the very few bills that I have. I have very few bills, for the sole purpose of payments make me unhappy. I don't typically do things that make me unhappy. I have a choice. I have a choice to not have a $700 a month car payment. I have a choice to not, have a $3,000-$4,000 fucking mortgage or rent payment. I have a choice to not have $50,000 in credit card bills. Like, I have a choice, and I choose to not have that stuff. That's where it is. That stuff doesn't make me happy. That stuff makes me stressed and makes me aggravated and irritated. And so I just don't sign up for it. Oh my God, Phil, you finally showed up. I thought you were pissed at me or something. You haven't commented on any videos in a couple of days. You weren't on my live. We've been live for an hour and you just got here. Like, WTF, Boo's been here and you haven't even been here. Well, that's my idea of peace, Adam. My idea of peace is being able to have the freedom to do what it is that I want to do when I want to do it. That's why I own my truck. That's why I am an owner-operator in trucking. You've been in the hospital. For you or for your kids? So I learned a long time ago that I can work for somebody, but I'm not truly happy doing that. So I figured out what it was that I enjoyed to do. And then I figured out a way to make money doing it. I used to own my own massage business. Not that kind of massage. And I was happy doing that. And then I was presented an opportunity to drive truck. What? What happened to your truck, Phil? And then I became a truck driver, and I realized that I love the freedom that is driving truck. At least the freedom for me. My kids are grown, so there's no obligation to be home all the time. My stepdaughter, not my child, is 13. I make time to come and visit her. Rolled it over yesterday. What the fuck happened? And you have yet to figure out what it is that you like to do. Some people never figure it out. Some people do. Some people figure it out when they're much, much younger. I figured it out, I was 29 when I became a massage therapist. And then I was 40 when I started driving truck. So, Brown gave out under the trailer. Holy shit, are you okay? Running for that illusion, the same people cause others to get depressed. Nobody causes you to be sad or depressed. You are the only one who's in control of your own emotions. You control your thoughts and you control your emotions. If somebody says something to you and you choose to believe what they say, that is again your choice. That is all. Nobody can get in your head and pull your thought strings. Nobody can get in your head and tell you what to think. Nobody can tell you how to feel. It is solely your perception of what it is, about what it is that they say to you. Are your kids there taking care of you, Phil? So other people's lack of personal worth, their self-worth, their value that they feel that they bring to the world, their level of confidence. It's the world of social media. Everybody gets on social media, and when people post shit, they post it with filters, and they post it with all of this other stuff to make it appear like their life is so fucking great. Yes, I'm in Minnesota. And other people see that and fail to realize that nobody has a perfect life. Nobody's life is absolutely great. So again, stepping back and looking at the big picture. Like, I get online and I see all these other women post these beautiful pictures. I see these couples with these happy marriages and la 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 la. But I also know that there is an absolute opposite side to that. And so instead of basing my life upon what I see other people doing and feeling like I don't have enough, I'm not happy enough, I'm not blessed enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, because other people have it, I look at it and it's like, oh, that looks great, but I'm sure there's a totally opposite side to that. I don't base my life off of what other people are doing. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to do any of that. Like, I'm 46 years old and I have wrinkles, bitches. I have wrinkles here. Look, I have wrinkles. And you know what? I'm not getting the Botox and I'm not getting the collagen fillers, and I take care of myself the best that I can to try to delay the onset of looking like an old lady. But aging is inevitable. Getting old is inevitable. You are going to get old. You know what? Here's another important fact. You cannot get out of life alive. You got to die to leave here. That's all there is to it. Yeah, Kendall and I did a movie yesterday. So, when you start looking at life differently, you're not going to make it out of here alive. It is what it is. Like, death is inevitable. We all have an expiration date, and we are all going to meet our expiration date at some point. We just don't really know when it is, I mean, Phil's could have been yesterday when he rolled over his truck, but that was not his expiration date, because he is still here with us today, and I am grateful that he is here with us. Where do I live? Wherever my truck happens to be parked. So when you realize that and you stop chasing things and you start appreciating things, life looks different. Well, Phil, we're old, and when we're old, we become a little more fragile. So that happens, but you are still here. You're still with us. Like an observer of life. What do you mean? I am an active participant in my life. I'm definitely not a bystander or an observer of my life, but I do contemplate YOLO, right? I do contemplate where I'm at, where I want to be. Am I taking the right steps to get there? Is there maybe a different path that I could take? Especially like if you're trying to get somewhere and you keep hitting a brick wall. Instead of continuing to try to break through that brick wall, I step back and I'm like, okay, that's not working. There's more than one path. It's kind of like on your GPS, you know, like you try to get somewhere and there's like all these different, you know, or you miss your turn and your GPS is like reroute, reroute, reroute. Okay, well, that's what I do with my life. It's if I'm trying to get somewhere and I'm not getting there, then it's like I need to step back. I need to evaluate what it is that I'm doing and the way that I'm doing it, and then I need to contemplate and just like figure out how else can I get there more effectively. So, but I also believe that you should try to take advantage of opportunities that are presented to you. Do I need 10 brand new tires? Well, I mean, yeah, if they're 22.5 low pros, how much do you want for them? And what brand are they? How's it going? It's going. I was gonna head down to go southeast today, but a snafu has occurred. There has been a delay, and so I don't think I'm leaving today. I think I might leave tomorrow. Because, well, why would I go sit down there when I can sit up here and the weather's cooler, especially when I don't have air conditioning? Yes. I happen to be sitting on my bed. Okay, that's me. There's the doggy. This is my bed with my unicorn sheets. I actually sleep better in the truck. Every day is a new day to keep moving forward. You are 100% correct. 100%. Because you know what? Yesterday's done. It's over. You can't do anything about it. You can't change it. It's in the past. It happened. There's no time machine. Why dwell on it? Just do different the next day. If you don't like yesterday, do different today. Just like when it comes to parenting, if you don't like the way your parents treated you, don't treat your kids like that. You know? Hello, hello, hello. I mean, I've had that conversation with other parents, like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, well, what did your parents do? Well, I don't want to be like my parents. Okay. Then do the opposite of what your parents did. It's that simple. You know? Oh, your parents didn't really talk to you or communicate with you? You felt like your parents didn't give you a lot of love. Give your fucking kids more love than you felt you got from your parents. Like, show them. You know, don't repeat the patterns that you don't like. That's all there is to that. I mean, call me crazy, but it is what it is. Did you notice I don't have umbrellas on? Yes, Phil. What brand and what size are they? And how much do you want for them? I mean, if they're Choke Your Mamas, I don't want them. If they're Firestones or Bridgestones, definitely. But they got to be 22.5 low pros, because that's what I got. Why do you run choke your mamas? No flipping way, man. They're not that great. I was drinking coffee. Okay, well, maybe. Maybe. What do you want for them? And are they 22 fives? Yep. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I just finished my first cup of coffee. That's all they had. Okay, well, again, are they 22 fives? MJ. Typically my moderators are people who are consistently in my lives. It's a, I hate to sound shitty, but it's a vetted process, if that makes sense. You post videos on your YouTube channel talking about these things. No, I actually talk about these things more like on my lives. They're 22 fives, but they're not low pros. The problem is 22.5 talls out here, you know, out where I run, not Texas, but the other area I'm going to be running, are not really common, I don't think. That's part of the reason why I go with 22.5 low pros, is because everybody carries 22.5 low pros. So if I blow a tire, I don't have a problem getting a replacement tire. Does that make sense, Phil? I don't have these kinds of conversations in videos because I prefer to have them on the lives where I can actually interact with people. They can ask questions and I can answer, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I find that they tend to be, for me, again, because my channel's about me, they are more enjoyable for me when I actually have somebody to volley back and forth with on this type of stuff. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, what kind of rims do you have? Do you have Alcoas? I just polished my fucking rims. You guys want to see? It's hand polished. But I just polished my shit. Phil, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to buy another truck? Don't you still have a truck to run? What about your Peterbilt? The other one, not your baby. Like, oh, it's a no Cumbrella day. It's weird. Not having any, you know. Oh, hey, Schmeggly Corn is out polishing today. How bad is the truck? I mean, too bad your boss didn't have workman's comp. I meant you. It's fucked. Well, insurance? I know somebody that's got a K-Dub for 56. If you're interested. A nice ass K-Dub. LB? I don't fucking know. Studio sleeper. I know. Your boss is an asshole. I know mine too, right? Anyways, it's a great truck. FYI. You're gonna buy your truck back and rebuild it, you think? That is such a Peterbilt driver thing to do. That's such a truck driver thing to do. I know. We do that. God damn. Ugh. I also, you guys, I do my YouTube lives as a form of procrastination. I'm not gonna lie. I have to go to the grocery store and I have to buy groceries and get water, and the gym is literally right there, like right behind my truck, and I should go in and I should work out, and I am instead using you guys to procrastinate. Well, of course, Phil. Our trucks are our babies. I'm not going in the gym to do a live. There's other people that work out in the gym, and to be respectful of them and their privacy, I don't do that. Schmeggly's not that strong. I'm doing all right. I am procrastinating on this Sunday afternoon. No, I'm just saying Schmeggly's not that strong. I don't think Schmeggly could carry me around, to be honest with you. And I'm only 140. So, I suppose saying that I procrastinate means I should probably actually get off my ass and sleeper roof is patched. Oh my gosh. I know. You're actually getting shit done. Boo, I'm so proud of you. Boo, did you hear that Phil rolled his truck over? It's the same reason why I don't do live streams when I'm with Kendall, because she's 13 and people on the internet are weird, and I don't want to expose her to the weird random people that happen to come on to my lives or happen to watch my videos. So I don't really put her on social at all. I mean, she has her own social, but again, she's 13 and her level of social reach is different than mine. Yeah. Well, I mean, I will go in the gym and exercise, of course. I haven't actually had a day in the gym in a couple of weeks because of the chaos that has been going on. So now that I have an opportunity to get in the gym, I could kill it. Yes, we are glad that Phil is still with us. Although, you know, his truck is another story. So, yeah. I should really go in and work out. I should eat something. I should just make a protein shake. Oh my God, listen to me. I'm like all over the place. I need to make a protein shake. I need to go in and work out. Then I need to go to the store. And Boo and I need to hammer down. They can be rebuilt or replaced. That's true, Phil can't be. But you know, Boo, when you lose a truck, when you roll over a truck, when a truck is totaled, it's like losing one of your children. You know, our trucks are like part of us. You just washed it yesterday morning. God damn it. Well, at least it looked good when it rolled over. I'm just saying. Um, yeah. Do I want to compete? Um, you mean as far as like bodybuilding competitions? I've done that. Um, I would like to compete again, but it's going to take a little bit longer to get to a position where I can prep for a show. Nope, I don't have a TV in my truck. I actually don't watch TV or movies unless I'm at home or in a house, I guess you could say. Well, of course you're still going to cry about it. It wouldn't be a real loss if you didn't cry about it. You know? So, um, yeah, maybe one day I'll compete again. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I just work on, um, and maintaining where I'm at for health reasons. I feel better when I work out. My body feels better when I'm in the gym or when I'm working out. So, right now, that's where my focus is. Not so much on prepping to compete again, because that would require me to be off the road, and I don't do so well when I'm not driving. Priorities in life change many times throughout our life. Like, I used to compete, and my priority was I wouldn't do anything that kept me from getting to the gym. So, you know, there's that. What category? I did, my first two shows were in bikini. And then, oh, I have to sneeze. Uh, and then I was getting ready to do a figure. And when I was competing at bikini, I developed a borderline eating disorder. So when I started to prep for my figure show, a lot of that old mentality and thought process came back in. So I pulled out of the prep for that reason, because I didn't want to get back to where I was. And then I obviously became a truck driver. And while I still work out and I'm still mindful about what I eat and how I eat, I spent many, 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 many years overcoming that borderline eating disorder that I had developed. I spent many years repairing my relationship with food and how I looked at food. Like, I used to look at food and I didn't really see, like, I'd go to a restaurant and I'd look and I'd be like, oh, it's got too much fat, or it's got too many carbs, or it's not enough protein, or it's this, or it's that, or it's, oh, the nurses are coming in. Okay, Phil, call me later. So I had to retrain myself to not look at food like that. The only, they salute all truck drivers. Well, thank you. Now I don't look at food that way, But at the same time, having been through all of it, I don't really crave anything anymore. It's not like, oh my God, I really want pizza, or oh my God, like, I don't, I don't have that. Um, so I guess I don't really know how to explain it. I don't have cravings for food I eat because I know I have to. But it's never like, oh, you know, it sounds really good. Um, so I don't know. I guess I can't really. It's Miss Kitty, by the way. That's Miss Meow. Miss Meow Pants. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. Food still has flavor. I just don't have desire for certain types of food anymore. People go, "What do you want to eat?" And I'm like, I don't care. I mean, unless I really want some tacos because I absolutely love Mexican food, but that's only when I don't have an opportunity to get it regularly. Yes, yes, Bullshit. This is your baby girl. She loves Bullshit. That's her boo friend. Okay. That's my kitty. Hi, Miss Meow. Oh, you don't want your close up? Oh, Miss Meow. Miss Meow. There's your meow pants. There's a oh pretty girl. Yeah, that's my little happy little kitty. Miss Meow, Meow Parents, Murder Mittens, Meow Meow. She got many names. She's my little baby. She needs her nails cut though. Don't touch her paws. Is that what you're telling me? I mean, she's not a cuddler or anything. I don't know if you can tell. She is precious. Oh, my precious kitty. Hi, Bubby. She's a Russian Blue. Russian Blue's personalities are a little bit more like dogs. So she comes when I call her. She's very talkative. Um, that's why her name is Meow, because she meows at me all the time. Talk to you later, Bouchette. So if you don't want to hear a cat meow all the time, don't get a Russian Blue. If you don't want a needy cat, don't get a Russian Blue. So just remember that when it comes to getting little kitty cats. Kitty cats. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. She kind of like my little rag doll. I could just kind of throw her around, do whatever I want with her, and she doesn't care. I mean, most cats aren't really this cuddly. I have a dog too. I mean, he's a sweet boy. Him snapping over there. I never had intentions of getting a dog in the truck. But I couldn't say no because him was so handsome. Look out, kitty. Beep, beep. Look at this handsome boy. Are you my handsome boy? Bubby doo. Are you sleepy? Why are you so sleepy? I'm very sleepy today. That's my little mini healer. So you love dogs. I mean, I'm going to tell you now, the only dog I'll probably ever have is a healer at this point. He's amazing. He's a good boy. He's super smart. When we get out, if his paws are wet, when we go to, like in the morning when the grass is all damp, when we get back in the truck, he hops up in the truck and he stands in front of the driver's seat with his back to me, and I clean his back paws off, and then I tell him to turn around, and he turns around and he lays down and he puts his front paws like right at the edge of the door so I can hold him over the door and wipe him off so we don't get sand and shit like that in the truck. I mean, he's super smart. And they're fairly easy to train as long as you're consistent. Of course I like dogs and cats. Come here, Bubby. Come here. Bubba Doo. Come here. No? You wanna be lazy? Are you gonna be lazy? A handsome boy? Oh, so deepy. So deepy. Are you deepy boy? Cats are actually really smart too, but they are much more, they're not as easily manipulated as a dog. I guess that's the best way to word that. We got Australia in the house. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, oh, my boy. Oh, that's my boy. You good boy? You good boy? London. Whoa, we got all the people on the other side of the world today. Are you not feeling well? Are you not feeling well? What's the matter? How's the weather? It's actually decent. I'm sitting here in my truck. I got all the windows open and it's not too warm. Bubby, you're shedding. You're shedding. Rock my little baby. Alright, come go nanas. That's my sweet, sweet boy. So, anyways, I should probably take him out to go potty. And I need to go work out. And I need to go to the grocery store. So, all y'all have a great rest of your Memorial Day weekend if you are in the US. Apparently in Sweden today is Mother's Day. So wherever you are, I hope you have a wonderful Sunday or Monday or whatever day of the week it is for you guys. On that note, I will be back next weekend. Probably Saturday at noon. If you need any Truckin' Unicorn apparel, like mine, the link is somewhere down here. We will see you guys all next week. Take care.